Today we're talking about the psychology of fantasy addiction. Do you find yourself constantly lost in your own imaginary world? For example, fantasizing about suddenly winning a $10 million lottery jackpot, buying luxury cars and mansions, never having to struggle for survival again, never having to please anyone or watch their faces, finally being able to completely relax and enjoy a free and carefree life however you want. You might also frequently fantasize about being born into a wealthy family, becoming the envied rich kid that everyone looks up to, waking up every day with nothing to do but shop and spend money. Or perhaps you imagine earning big money through your own hard work, achieving unlimited success and recognition, becoming the life winner that everyone chases after and admires. Sometimes when you think about those people who once hurt you, betrayed you, or looked down on you, you fiercely fantasize about them falling to rock bottom, living miserably, and eventually having to come back to you with their tails between their legs, apologizing and begging for your forgiveness. Whenever you encounter conflicts or confrontations in real life, you often don't dare to express your inner anger on the spot. You can only rehearse it over and over again in your mind afterward, imagining how you would stand your ground without backing down, how you would confidently fight back against them, pouring out all those words you've been holding in your heart in one breath. It seems like only in these fantasies can you briefly find that delayed sense of satisfaction and victory. And when you develop feelings for someone, your mind can't help but weave together scene after scene of romantic, sweet, drama-like moments. You hold hands, embrace, as if all these beautiful scenes are actually happening right in front of you. You enjoy the pleasure that these fantasies bring. They're like the cheapest yet most effective painkiller, temporarily numbing the pain in your heart and bringing moments of satisfaction and happiness. But every time you immerse yourself in them, it becomes harder and harder to truly pull yourself out. In psychology, this condition is typically called maladaptive daydreaming, also known as compulsive fantasy disorder. It's not just simple spacing out or daydreaming. It's more like a long-term, uncontrollable addiction, a psychological defense mechanism that your mind has built up to escape the stress and pain of reality. This psychological pattern often stems from your childhood. Perhaps during your upbringing, you experienced coldness from your parents, neglect, or even criticism and rejection, making you feel misunderstood and unaccepted time and time again, lacking sufficient security and sense of belonging in your heart. Over time, your inner self gradually developed a kind of self-protective instinct, constantly using fantasy to compensate for the satisfaction and warmth that you couldn't get in real life. However, those fantasies that make you addicted are actually your unconscious attempts to find a kind of emotional balance. While they can bring momentary happiness and satisfaction, if you remain immersed in them long-term, you might gradually become distant from real life and even make the anxiety, loneliness, and insecurity in your heart intensify. The more beautiful the fantasy, the greater the gap with reality becomes. And this gap often makes you fall into even deeper fantasies again and again, ultimately trapping you in a vicious cycle that's difficult to break free from. From a psychological perspective, this kind of maladaptive daydreaming is also a form of dissociative avoidance. When you face emotions that are difficult to bear or enormous pressure, your brain unconsciously takes you into the world of fantasy, allowing you to temporarily escape pain and avoid directly facing and dealing with real-life difficulties. So how exactly can we break out of this vicious cycle? I'll give you 3 simple and practical suggestions. First step, you can try to gradually transform those beautiful fantasies into specific, achievable small goals in reality. When you fantasize about career success, why not first set some easily achievable small tasks for yourself, such as learning a new skill or completing a small project? When you accomplish these goals little by little, you'll feel a solid and real sense of satisfaction, and this sense of achievement can also help you reconnect with reality. Second step, try to gather courage and distance yourself from those environments that repeatedly hurt you. Actively seek out more positive, healthy circles full of knowledge and warmth. When you stay in a safe environment that understands you for a long time, the security and sense of belonging in your heart will gradually build up, greatly reducing your impulse to rely on fantasy to escape reality. Third step, try to cultivate and improve your social skills and emotional expression abilities. Actively participate in real-life social interactions. Learn to bravely and sincerely express your emotions and needs. These will gradually help you accumulate the courage to face difficulties while also giving you more strength to solve problems in life. Dear friend, while fantasies are beautiful, what can truly heal you are those genuinely warm moments in real life. Step by step, walk out of that illusory world and you'll discover that reality also has its soft and beautiful side. You deserve to be treasured and treated gently, and you deserve to have a happier, more fulfilling life.